Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Voice of Guo on May 5th, 2020. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and click the bell so you know the next time we upload a video. Now, let's look at some news in China. Number one, more than 80 people in Anhui province attended a birthday party, and more than 50 people started to have fever and vomiting one day later. According to CCP's online propaganda news portal, Weibo, a hotel in Wuhe County hosted a baby shower party for a 1-year-old child on May 1st, and more than 80 people attended the event at a local hotel. During the banquet, Mr. and Miss Dean brought their own food, such as cakes and creamy popcorns, and ordered a total of 20 dishes and 3 drinks from the hotel's restaurant. On the afternoon of May 2nd, some people who had meals started to show symptoms such as vomiting, diarrhea, and fever, and they went to local Wuhe County Hospital and Chinese Medicine Hospital for outpatient service. As of 11 a.m. on May 4th, out of the total 80 people who attended the party, 55 went to hospitals mentioned above, and 34 of them were hospitalized. The authorities described the incident as food poisoning, but others suspect that these people might have been infected with the CCP virus. Number 2. CCP flooded the media with, quote, one country, two systems propaganda. The CCP has been threatening Taiwan through both culture and military intimidations for many years. And recently, the CCP started promoting the one country, two system ideology again, trying to erode the sovereignty of the Republic of China. During the 2020 presidential election, the CCP tried to use bribery, online 50 Cent Army, diplomatic influence, which were all part of CCP's United Front grand strategy to interfere the 2019 Taiwan presidential election results. And ultimately, they want to use this strategy to slowly unify Taiwan. Yet such election interference have backfired in a dramatic fashion. The CCP-backed Kuomintang candidate Han Kuo-yu was defeated by the incumbent president Tsai Ing-wen with more than 3 million votes in Tsai's favor. According to the latest poll, only 5.8% of Taiwanese have some good impression of CCP. During the coronavirus pandemic, the CCP tried to prevent Taiwanese in Wuhan from returning to Taiwan and initiated a diplomatic warfare with the Republic of China, which further damaged CCP's image for the citizens of Taiwan. According to another opinion poll, 67% of Taiwanese did not trust the CCP's handling of this epidemic prevention, and 88% of Taiwan citizens believe that the epidemic situation in China is extremely severe. Now I will turn to our next reporter, Viva La Vida, to report the next 2 news.
Sudden death shortly after school resumed in Hunan, Henan, and Zhejiang provinces. April 13th, in Hunan Changsha Jiangjun Technology High School, a 14-year-old student passed away during their 1,000-meter run in gym class while still wearing an N95 mask. April 24th, a similar case occurred in Henan. A 15-year-old student, Li, passed out running. He was sent to the hospital but unfortunately could not be saved. His father then went over the surveillance footage. Everything seemed normal. Li had been running with the mask on for only 2 to 3 minutes before the accident happened and fell head first to the ground. His father is suspecting the cause of the death to be running with the mask on. Mr. Li said, if students are told to return to school, their safety should be warranted. Instead, at the time of the accident, there was no medical support at all, and they still haven't been able to see their gym teacher until these days. Mr. Li was also banned from the class group chat, and he tried to send videos on his son being rescued. April 14th, in Zhejiang Wenzhou Second Technology High School, a 15-year-old boy went through the same path during their 1,500-meter run and later passed away in the hospital. Another breaking news. Xiaomi smartphone is spying on lot of us. Cybersecurity analyst Gabby Serlich told the US press he found that his Hongmi Note 8 has been collecting internet usage and code data and feeding them back to Alibaba cloud server. According to Forbes, Hongmi recorded his internet browsing history, words on searching engines such as Google and DuckDuckGo, news browsing history, and worst of all, incognito mode is being also tracked at 0. Gabby's phone stored his personal data, including his files, phone settings, etc. All data are being transmitted in real time to a server located in Russia and Singapore, while the domain is registered in Beijing. Xiaomi, of course, denied this, but more people should be concerned about their safety. Xiaomi's capitalization is at the moment 50 billion USD, followed just behind iPhone, Samsung, and Huawei, with price being the biggest selling point at the cost of customer privacy breach. Rabbi Serlik believes all models from Xiaomi possess the same function after testing XM10, XMK20, XM Mix 3, etc. Xiaomi responded, "This study cannot be further from the truth as we take consumer privacy one of our priority." Meanwhile, another Xiaomi spokesman confirmed they are indeed collecting data, not personal information, all done with consent. There's another reason for Xiaomi's behavior: deeper understanding of their customers. Xiaomi users sensor data for their big data analytics. Xiaomi spokesperson clarified, "We only utilize solutions provided by censored data. The rest assured all anonymous data are stored on Xiaomi server only and not being shared with any third party." However, Gabi found the Xiaomi player to be listening to his music preferences, including genres and time of usage. The developer really achieved their slogan: "Whatever you're listening to, we're listening in."
The next news. Employees were fined with 18,000 RMB, equivalent of 2,500 United States dollars, for refusing to work overtime. Two staff members of a company based in Yangzhou, Jiangsu province who refused to work overtime were fined with 2,500 USD each, equivalent of 18,000 RMB. The chief judge, Qu Shenbin, explained his ruling. According to the Chinese labor law, employees must comply in case of emergency when demanded by their employers. He also reminded workers that they have to uphold the highest morale standards while approaching daily work life. It wasn't long before the news report received heated discussion on the internet, with some users arguing that the infamous 996 rule, meaning office hours from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week, is not illegal in corporate world in China, yet refusal to work overtime without getting compensation is considered breaking the labor law. The ruling was ridiculous, to say the least, some argue on the social media. And that's all of the news we want to talk about today. We will see you next time. Bye bye.